with Lee recorded.
It's time to enter the world of real estate. In a Wonderful video shoot.
Welcome to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. If you have any questions, just give us a call at 799-9596 or check us out online at teamlally.com.
Hey, everybody. This is that part of the show we call Art, Attilio's Random Thoughts. So I'm going to give it to you right off the bat because when I'm listening to these shows, I'm like, okay, fast forward if it's a podcast, and I want to get straight to the meat. So here's the meat. We're going to go through, Adrian and I are going to take turns, 10 New Year's Eve resolutions that are easy to execute on and don't cost you any money. Let me say that one more time. Easy to execute on and don't cost you any money. All right. So, Adrian, you want to go first?
Sure.
What you got?
So one thing that you can easily do as part of your New Year's resolutions is drink more water.
Drink more water.
Or just,
What's the rule of thumb?
I would say be aware of how much water you're drinking. So you should be drinking at least 1 ounce per pound. So,
and if you're in, big milk and stuff like that, you're going to have to drink your fish aquarium.
You have to drink a lot of water.
Drink a lot of water. Go, maybe go do something to trim down a little bit. But actually, drinking water helps you lose weight.
That's right.
Your body is made up mostly of water, and it needs it. It's like the fuel that processes everything that you do with your body. Here's my tip. Use your turn signals. I was a motorcycle instructor at Leeward Community College, and what I always tell my students is that when we use our turn signals, it's communicating to the other drivers, not flipping them off, but you're communicating to the other drivers what your intentions are. And on top of that, don't be the knucklehead that forgets to cancel it in case you didn't take a full turn. And then don't be that person going left around the world, and everyone's like, yeah, go. And you're like, what are they telling me to go for? Oh, I forgot to turn off my turn signal.
Or like the turn signal here in Hawaii is different than on the East Coast.
Well, never mind that.
You use it there and like they speed up.
And cut you off. Over here, they let you in. What's the next one?
The next one is to have the goal of reaching 10,000 steps in a day.
Yeah, you can do that with your iPhone. Did you know that the average person is looking at their iPhone 58 times per second?
What?
No, that's not true, but it's a lot. So your phone has an automatic way of tracking your steps. 10,000 steps is about 6 miles, and you're going, oh, 6 miles every day.
You can do it.
Here's the tips to get those steps in. Park far away when you're going to that over-shopping Black Friday thing. Park far away from the entrance. What's another tip to get some steps in?
Just always take the stairs.
Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Mm-hmm. Okay? So get those steps in. Go walk with your family. It helps with digestion.
Yeah, we did a challenge for our team.
Yeah.
And 10,000 steps in, what was it? We gave them... 3 months?
Yeah.
3 months straight, 10,000 steps a day.
Okay, so we got 4 of them. The rest of the 6 will be coming after this person who's going to help you with a New Year's resolution. It's called How to Take Care of Your Investment Property. Who's that, Adrian?
That would be Duke Kim Han of Hawaii Pacific Property Management.
Hey, Duke.
Hello. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So Christmas is about wanting, right?
Yes.
That word want. I want this, or I want that, or I want to not do this, or I want to take 10,000 steps a day, whatever.
Yeah.
But we try to get tenants to want to take care of their properties. That's really difficult. Because they already know they have to.
Yeah.
Right. So we do walkthroughs. So important. And a lot of times, when I take over a property from another property manager, the tenant tells me, oh, the last property manager never came here in 3 years. I get that a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's shocking.
So by going in frequently, the tenant wants to keep the place up because somebody's checking.
Mm-hmm. And how often do you guys check, Duke?
Yeah, what's the rule?
We automatically 6 months. Every 6 months we do a walkthrough. Okay. But if we let a pet in there that's non-ESA or a non-service animal, then we have to go in 3 times a year, 4 months.
3 times a
year. It's important. Yeah, because the tenant knows that we're coming to check.
Yeah.
A lot of times they'll just tell us, oh, I bumped the wall right there and I'll fix it.
Yeah.
So, I tell you that there's a different attitude when you're checking on them.
Yeah.
There really is. And it's so important for the owner
to know that and that you're doing it and giving them a report. What if the kid's a little bit kolohi? No.
But I think it goes back to that you got to inspect what you expect, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah. And you just tell them, hey, you can just call me the next time and I'll have somebody come out and fix it. And then you can just pay them. Instead of them stressing out about a bump in the wall or a scratch or something that, your dog or cat did or something like that. So we want that to be part of our culture. And having people want to take care of their place.
And you're managing the expectation because if you're setting it up that you guys are going to do the walkthrough, they're like, oh, okay.
Exactly.
They're a lot more aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Take care.
Yep. And nobody's fooled. It's already in our lease. It's in our addendum. And it states that we're going to be doing a 6-month walkthrough.
And you follow the proper tenant landlord code. It's not like, oh, who's this? Jehovah's Witness. No, we're doing a property walkthrough. No. You guys give proper notice is the point. You follow the tenant landlord code.
We do.
Yeah.
And we try to work with them, right? Yeah. It's just easier to manage expectation and manage the process of the move out.
Yeah.
Because you're only going as far as the tenant will let you go. Yeah. And if they're going to move out and leave the place in perfect condition, that's the goal.
Perfect. Awesome.
Well, and that's an excellent tip.
So you guys are you're like Santa Claus. You're like, is the tenant the naughty list or the nice list?
Correct. And we do have lists like that.
But you don't come down the chimney. You go through the front door, right?
That's right. With the call.
With the call.
Tell them we're coming.
Give them proper notice. Okay.
Yep.
Thanks, dude.
Thank you, dude.
Merry Christmas, Team Lally. Thank you.
You too.
Bye-bye.
All right. So you can get a hold of Duke and his team by heading to our website, teamlally.com. Click on the resource tab and experts we trust.
Right before the property manager knocks on the door, you know what they say? Ho, ho, ho. We're here to do a home inspection. No, they don't do it. All right. Speaking of people that keep you on your toes, keeps you educated, and tells you what's really going on with the mortgage industry, not all the
fake news.
Not fake news, but it's very sensationalized what the general media does. Jody cuts through all the clutter and gives you the real deal.
So we've got Jody Tonga of Pacific Rim Mortgage, the mortgage genius, with her tip of the week.
What you got for us, Jody?
Hi. Well, you guys tell me, I could do a quick market update with rates, which I know everyone always wants, or I do have kind of an interesting little tip about income.
I think you should do both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so today was an all-important day. The Fed did meet, and they did raise rates, and there was a lot of speculation between 50 basis points and 75 basis points. So they went with 50, and the market has responded. However, like I always said, it's like expectations versus what actually happens.
Yeah.
So basically rates are pretty similar to what they were yesterday. So no, rates didn't go up by 50 basis points.
Gotcha.
And no, because rates were only raised 50 basis points instead of 0.75 basis points, they didn't necessarily go down a lot either.
And help people understand, what does basis points mean?
So it's really hard to. That's a really good question.
Yeah.
Basis points, the way I would explain, honestly, what it actually comes down to, it's like 50 of 100.
Okay.
50 of 100. So that's 50 basis points.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess a better way to explain that would be like in terms of, a percentage. 1%, 2%, 0.5%.
Yeah.
So the Fed, the last time that they met, they raised rates not 0.5%, but 0.75 basis points.
Yeah.
0.75%. And so this time it was 0.5 basis points, which would be synonymous with 0.5%. That makes sense?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Okay, that's basis points. So just replace it with percentage. And then, so and this is interesting. We are still in an upward trending market. The Fed has confirmed that inflation is still higher than anyone is comfortable with.
Yeah.
Things are still too expensive, and that they are still going to either raise rates 2 more times by a little bit smaller of a number, or raise rates 1 more time by a little bit bigger of a number. And all of that has to do with data that we receive every month associated with inflation, primarily inflation and unemployment. So
inflation and unemployment. It's like that boy want to date your girlfriend. And your daughter. Sorry, it's like that boy you don't want to date your daughter. So when they come over, you're cleaning a handgun, and that's what the Fed is trying to do with trying to keep inflation in check. They just don't want that boy coming to date their girlfriend, which is the economy. They want to be very careful, very cautious. Do a background check, credit report, all that good stuff. Have them bring a resume. So, where's the market today?
I guess the moral or the takeaway is we feel pretty good about rates where they are today.
Yeah.
Yes, it's still upward trending, but I do think we're going to have a little bit of breathing room, at least over the next 20 days, 30 days, where we get to not necessarily be rushing in once our offer gets accepted and be like, you have no time, so that we can get it locked before the market moves, and then all of a sudden we have to give you a higher interest rate, because that really, it's been like where seconds matter, minutes matter. I think that we're going to be able to relax a little bit more in terms of, I might have quoted you a 5.625 today, and then a week from now, I'm thinking I'm still going to be able to quote you a 5.625.
Yeah.
That's great news. So it's not going to be as volatile as we've been seeing.
Yeah.
Correct. Buyers don't have to be as just, biting their nails the whole entire time.
Yeah. Well, the other thing, too, here's the realtor advice that dovetails in behind what you've given as far as the market report. Inventory is still low, but what's happening is the other stats that are important is that the days on market are creeping up. Mm-hmm. So more buyers are getting knocked out, less competition, and there's more negotiating strength on the buyer part. So you can do stuff like maybe negotiate that price down.
Or get a seller credit to buy down the rates.
And do all the things that create an inverse reaction to the higher interest rate that going to give you a mortgage payment that would have been same when the prices were high and the interest rate was low. So I think the key is not having the realtor or real estate team or people advising you that are Chicken Little, but more like Christopher Columbus. Chicken Little was the nut hit him on the head and they're like, the sky is falling. No, it's just the nut hit you on the head. Christopher Columbus said, keep going, land ahead. So, and land where you're going to put your house and own a home.
And then Jody, what was your other, you had like a little illustration that you wanted to share.
Yeah.
So the other, I just hung up the phone before the wonderful Leah called me.
Yes.
And, so this doctor, she's a doctor, very, good.
A doctor walked into my office.
Yeah. She just sold her house. She has a lot of money for a down payment. She's literally in negotiations with, to be a doctor here. And she's like, well, I'm thinking I'm going to work part-time with them, so they're going to pay me like this much. And then I'm going to do some telework, so I'll probably make this much. And then I might still do, basically those are the 2 main incomes. And so she's like, so actually I'm going to be making like $50,000 more than I've ever made being a doctor here, right? And so I had to stop her and say, okay, wait, hold on. Do you have a history of working 2 jobs? And she said, no. And then I said, and then hold on, how long have you been doing telework where you're receiving 1099 income? So she was just like, wait a minute, why does it matter? Like, I'm going to be making 50K more than I was making, so just qualify me because that's a lot of money, right? And I said, I was explaining to her, with all due respect, these are the guidelines. So you don't have a history of working 2 jobs. So until you have a 12-month with no gaps history under your belt of working those 2 jobs, I can't give you credit for both of those incomes.
Wow.
Yeah, I
That's
think
number one.
the analogy is like if you run 5Ks all the time and you're like, I think I'm going to do the marathon, which was just a couple of weeks, not too long ago. That doesn't make sense. You've only run 5Ks and now you want to do 26 miles. That's like working because having 2 jobs is a lot.
I think the lender just needs to see that consistency that is going to be maintainable, right? Because that's a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially in a physician.
Right.
They got
So
crazy
she was like, oh my God, I'm going to change the way I'm negotiating this contract. Like, she was, I almost, canceled our appointment today. Like, I'm so glad I talked to you because now I'm going to change the entire way that I pick my job that I'm going to do so that I can buy the house I want to buy, So she ended up being super thankful to understand more in depth about, like, it's not just I get to add up all the incomes combined and that's just your income,
I think what you just said, Jody, is very important for people to understand is that you have that experience and knowledge. Whereas if people are just looking for rates, which you guys do have, this is the kind of stuff that pops up when you're in escrow and you're like, dope, I already signed my employment agreement. How do you go backwards on that?
Mm-hmm. So being proactive and having a strategy is super important.
And wisdom and knowledge and having a heads up on that. So this message is for people that are thinking about refinancing or purchasing, and for the agents that are advising their clients on what lender to use. We just teed it up for you. We just told you what you got to do.
Give Jody and her team a call.
We have 10 resolutions. We were going through them at the beginning of the show. 10 resolutions that don't cost you any money and are easy to do. We did 4 of them. Number 5 is...
Call Jody.
Call Jody.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Jody. Excellent tip.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
All right. So that's Jody Tonga with Pacific Rim Mortgage. You can find her on teamlally.com on our resource tab under the experts we trust.
All right. Next up, we got, he is known as the Karate Kid of home inspections.
The Karate Kid
of home inspections.
Who's that? That is Kenji Vendetta from Pillar to Post. Kenji, what do you have for us this week?
I advise homeowners to check their water meters.
Yeah.
So those that do have water meters, check them and check their bills monthly because they may have a surcharge because the water meter might be leaking.
Ooh.
And they might not notice it initially because everything's a model pay.
Yeah.
You might just let it slide.
Got to take a look at that.
Open those covers up, take a look at it, see if you got water inside, and if you do, call Board of Water Supply.
Actually, the Board of Water Supply might even come and visit you because I got a little love note on my house saying that they noticed an unusually large amount of water.
And they're like, hey, tell your kids stop flushing the toilet so much. It was in the letter, right? No. Here's the other thing to note. If the leak is between the meter and the street, Board of Water is going to say, we got this. Mm-hmm. If the leak is between the meter and your house, congratulations, you're going to take care of that. So that's one of the things that they look at when they do come take a look at the meter.
So be proactive.
Be proactive.
Don't have a big bill.
Hey, you know what? I think you've said this on the show before. When you bust one water line in your house and it's flooding out everything, don't be looking at each other going, hey, do you know where the shutoff valve is? You should know that now. So, you know what? Congratulations, Kenji. You just made it to top 10 resolutions that don't cost you any money that you can act upon. So that will be, what is that, number 6. Find out where your water shutoff valve is for your house. Do you have general recommendations of where, with your experience, where those are in general, but we're not going to hold you to it if it's not there? But most of the time, it's...
In the yard. In the front of the yard, about 10 feet, within 10 feet of the water meter in the yard. The other location will be inside of the garage, behind an access panel in the garage. A lot of the newer builds and other builds have them in the garage.
Yeah. Yeah, in the garage. Mine, I tell you where mine is right now. It's on the outside of my garage, and it's between my sprinklers. Well, it's right by my water hose to the right of my garage. I know exactly where it is. There, the older homes, usually they got like one cement kind of round cover about the size of a small personal pan pizza from Caesar's with vegetables on top, extra cheese. It's about that size.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's usually all covered up with the roots, and then you try to open them up and then get like 50 million cockroaches inside when you reach your hand in, and you feel like you're Raiders of the Lost Ark.
So go find your water shut-off valve as one of the resolutions.
Yeah, and see if that one's full of real water.
Thank you, Kenji.
Thank you, Kenji.
Thank you, Kenji, for your tip.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so that's Kenji Vendetta of Pillar to Post Home Inspections. Give him a call for all your home inspection needs.
The Mr. Miyagi of home inspections would be so proud of him.
He is featured on our
tell-
website on the Experts We Trust.
Can you tell I've been binge watching Cobra Kai on Netflix?
Yes.
That's
Okay,
Macho Man. He's getting old, but he can still kick Okole.
so we've got a few more resolutions before we take our break.
Yeah.
What are we on? We're on 6, 7?
We're on 6, so
What did we
is
say?
that? 4 more.
What did we
Let's say
say?
10.
But what did we say so far? Water, steps,
Yeah,
the
but
blinker.
here's one. Journal every day. Just
Journal every day.
We know what, use your blinkers. I mean, if you never tune into the show, then too bad. You got to go listen to the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But journal every day. Journaling every day has been proven. First of all, we're too much with the texting and the social media. So if your kids ever want to look back many generations from now, what your thoughts were, they're not going to find all
Like
that.
journal, like handwrite it. Like
Handwrite with the pen.
with the pen and the paper.
Not one digital kind and all of that. This is a different psychological experience by hand journaling, right? And don't be like you're not, like Ralph Waldo Emerson coming up with great poems or like Mark Twain writing a great American novel. It's literally like a couple sentences. What are you grateful for? What are you hoping to achieve for today? And what noteworthy thing happened, in your life yesterday? I think it would be cool if I had my great-great-grandfather's journal and I could read it. I think that would be cool.
Okay, next tip
Okay,
is my turn.
go ahead, go.
So I've got several, but I'll leave you with this one because I think we're gonna have to take a break soon.
Okay.
That you should be making an effort to either connect on the phone or for lunch or something with a friend, family. Just make the time for the connection.
Make the time. Nobody's like, I'm too busy. You know what? That's baloney. You're just valuing doing something else in that moment. And I'll tell you this. Here's my little COVID thing after I got with the COVID. And we start reflecting and having existential crises. Why are we here? What is our purpose? And one of the things I started doing, and I was just like, if I just start thinking of somebody, like a friend or a relative, I literally just call them right there. I'm like driving down the road. I'll call my cousin Gina. She's like, what's up? I was like, I was thinking of you and I just called you. Well, why did you call?
I don't know.
just told you. I was thinking about you and I just called you. And then I'll call my sisters. Oh, hello. I go, hey, I love you. I love you. And I just want, have a great day. And then that's it. And then I get off the phone.
That's a great tip.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of great tips, we have Jake with Skyta Construction, Roofing, and Solar. With his tip of the week.
And solar.
Tip of the week.
Hey, Jake, what you got for us?
The tip of the week this week, guys, is if you are looking to get solar in and get the tax incentives this year, as well as get signed up for HECO's battery bonus program, there are still applications where Hawaiian Electric will pay you to do solar at your house for the battery. So a lot of customers calling in asking if the battery bonus is still open, and Hawaiian Electric is still paying for customers to go solar and help them out with that expense, and the answer is still yes. So we're not the one that's going to be closing.
Jake, what is the absolute deadline to get in to sign up for this program so they get the 2022 tax credit?
Yeah, get
the absolute last date.
Taxes.
Yeah.
Yep, it is the last day of the year.
Oh.
So you can get tax credits as long as the process for solar is signed, which means signing a contract or getting someone out to your house.
Jake is going to be at a New Year's Eve party. He's stopping at 2 shots of tequila so he can come to your house
and get you signed up.
And
And you can get your tax credits.
And then you can drive him back to the
Yes.
party because he's going to be ready to, unleash the hounds.
So the battery bonus program is still available. That's great news. And then there's what are the tax credits that are still being offered?
In general.
Just
We
in
won't focus
general,
on
yeah.
that, but just in general.
Just for
Just in
listeners.
general,
Yes.
30% is covered by the federal government, and the state of Hawaii is as well giving back thousands of dollars. That is totally dependent on how big your system size is. So the bigger it is, the more they give you back at the state level as well.
I like the fact that you guys are a roofing contractor because we've heard so many horror stories of the PB people, the solar people. Oh, all these extra pukas in your roof. No worry, we're going to add a couple more, and and we're going to seal ours, but don't worry about it. No, it doesn't make sense because when you have to go redo a roof, it's a little bit more timely and costly because then you got to remove the solar panels and then reinstall them. I like the fact that you guys will say, and it's not about you getting a roofing job, but at least you'll be honest with them and say, hey, we might want to take a look at redoing the roof before we put the panels on, as opposed to the inverse and just wham bam. Because you guys are a local company. When the PV thing, the boom hit. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we know this. People were here today and gone tomorrow. They came from the mainland and went back.
And I love that they have bundles too. Like you can bundle stuff. And I know this is not
AC.
Yeah, this is not in your guys' title, but you also do the ACs. You have the solar, roofing, AC. Yeah, and you can bundle it.
You can bundle it.
Yeah, so you can bundle it in anything that, about like you're saying with the roofs. So many of my customers in the past now have said, hey, I wanted to get solar years ago.
Yeah.
And I was told I'd have to come out of pocket $10,000-$20,000 for my roof. And I had to say, well, I can't go solar.
Yeah.
And I said, well, could you pay a couple bucks more per month? And we can roll that into the monthly cost of solar. And it has opened up the market for so many customers, and they do feel safe saying, hey, what if there's a hole in my roof because of solar? Well, if there's any issues, you have one contract, one company, locally owned and operated with a specialty in roofing that does solar
With the
as
splits
well.
and the PV,
so we take care of your customers' peace of mind. Yeah.
You were like Oprah. You were just running around going, you can bundle it. You can bundle it. You can bundle it too.
So for this, give yourself a holiday or a Christmas gift.
Reduce your electric bill.
And get the bundle.
Cool. Stop being all sweaty in the new year.
Yeah.
And thank Jake for that. And by the way, if any of our listeners call up Jake and say, I heard you on the radio show, Jake will include not the regular spam musubi, but the deluxe spam musubi from 7-Eleven. Deluxe teriyaki spam musubi with every signed contract.
Yes.
Well, and if you tell them this month, so this month is special, if you say, hey, I heard you on Team Lally, we make sure that your home is electric vehicle ready. Regardless if you got one, we install an electric vehicle supercharger, quick charger on the house.
Nice.
At no extra cost because you're with Team Lally. Just let them know that Team Lally.
That's exciting.
Hey, I got this charger. And then the family can come like, but you don't even have an electric car. But I'm going to get one eventually.
That's right.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
So. Well, thank you, Jake. That's very generous of you guys. We appreciate that.
You're welcome. Okay. Yeah, well, Merry Christmas to you and everyone there at Team Lally. And thank you for the call.
All right, thank you.
Thanks,
thank you, Jake.
All right, so that was Jake with Skyta Construction Roofing and Solar. Check them out on our website under the resource tab and experts we trust.
Hey, are we going to take a break?
But first, we're going to read a review and then we'll take a break.
Go ahead. You do the review, I'll do the break.
This is from Billy. Olivia was very helpful throughout the process. As a potential first-time home buyer, the process can be daunting, but she was able to walk us through and explain everything where it was easy to understand.
Hey, we're about to take a break, but stay with us. When we come back, we'll be talking with Michael Wong of the Laulima Giving Program. We'll talk about how the program serves the community and how the community can give back in return. And what is the key to Michael staying so handsome? So stay with us.
You have an investment property you haven't really been managing? It's time to sell. And you know what that means? It's time to call my friends Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams, Honolulu. Ernesto and Stephanie did. After some small fixes and touch-ups and the help of Team Lally full-time photographer, Ernesto and Stephanie received multiple offers and closed on their investment property at list price, all in less than 45 days. That's right, you heard it. Less than 45 days. Get 5-star treatment from a team of agents with a professional crew. Trust Adrian and Attilio of Team Lally to do the job for you. Call them right now, 808-799-9596. Or you can visit teamlally.com. That's teamlally.com.
Hello, Hawaii. It's Colin Coward. Things may have changed in the sports world, but the games must go on. Look, I invest in real estate all over America, and right now with the ultra-low interest rates everywhere, if you're serious about selling your home, you need to talk to my friends Adrian, Lally, and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally, real estate group of Keller Williams, Honolulu. Team Lally's incredible marketing with 3D tours and its huge database of buyers has continued to sell homes quickly with multiple offers over the asking price. Adrian and Attilio continue to spend tens of thousands per month on marketing to attract hundreds of buyers every month using a unique app that communicates daily with over 3 million luxury home buyers around the United States. Adrian and Attilio guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or they'll buy it themselves. Give Adrian and Attilio a call at 799-9596 or online at teamlally.com. That's teamlally.com. And start packing.
Hi, I'm Barbara Corcoran. To sell your home on time for the most money, you need a sharp agent with a marketing strategy that creates the most demand. Bottom line, you need a partner willing to put their own money on the line for you. In Hawaii, I would hire Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi. Their marketing strategy is so effective that if your home doesn't sell on terms you agree to, Team Lally will buy it. Partner with the team I trust. Go online or call and get your home sold.
If you're looking for an outstanding insurance agent that will personally help you during the moment of truth, we recommend Bradley Maruyama with Allstate Insurance.
So, Attilio, what do you mean by the moment of truth?
Well, the best insurance is insurance you never have to use, but we know that's not how life works. So when life happens, you can count on Bradley and his team to exceed your expectations for your insurance needs.
Keep in mind that when buying a home, the cost of home insurance should be taken into consideration. I trust Bradley with my own personal home, so you should give him a call. Call Bradley with Allstate Insurance at 591-8016.
Tired of waiting 2 to 3 months to finalize your home loan or refinance? Jody Tonga and her team at Pacific Rim Mortgage have a turn time of 30 days or less by processing your loans locally.
Take advantage of today's low interest rates by calling our good friend Jody Tonga of Pacific Rim Mortgage. Her personal cell is 488-5510. That's 488-5510.
Hey, Jane, guess what?
What, Attilio?
Jody has a huge secret.
Oh yeah? What is it?
I can tell you.
Yes, you can.
Okay, here it is. Jody has a free home buying guide that reveals insider tips others may not want you to know.
Wow, how do I get this free home buying guide? Easy.
Just go to her website, pacificrim.com. That's PACRIMNTG.com.
I see the free home buyer guide has valuable information that can help me avoid mistakes and could cost me tens of thousands of dollars over the lifetime of my loan.
Yes, so check out their site. That's pacificrim.com, or give her a call at 488-5510. That's 488-5510. What's the website?
It's PAC, P-A-C, RIM, R-I-M, mortgage, MTG.com. Right, and NMLS ID 1032554.
Real Estate Show continues.
Give it to me, I'm worth it.
Welcome back, and thanks for listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. I'm Adrian.
And I'm Attilio.
And if you have any questions, just give us a call at 799-9596 or check us out online at teamlally.com.
You know, we were trying to get a hold of Michael and stuff like that, so he got caught up in some things. So we're gonna plan B it and talk about the Laulima Giving Project because
until he can come on.
Until he comes on, and if not, we've been involved with the project long enough to we know what the project is about. And what is, there's those people that have programs that take care of them, and there's these people that they need help. They don't qualify for those programs.
They're like in that gap.
And it's
very easy to be in that gap, especially
in Hawaii.
With milk costing like $12 a gallon.
I think it's it's cheaper to drinking gasoline.
Yes.
It'd be cheaper to drink. It wouldn't be too healthy. You wouldn't live too long, but it's cheaper to drink gasoline than milk.
So it's easy. It's easy to be in that gap here in Hawaii, even if you have like multiple jobs and multiple income workers in the household.
So, first of all, you can go to our website and you can check out the things that we support on our website. Just Google teamlally.com. But it's the Laulima Giving Program.org. And they got all kind of programs, They have a quote over here. When love is given, love naturally flows back in return. In Hawaiian, aloha mai no aloha aku a kahu ka mea e ola ole ai. When love is given, love naturally flows back in return. So they got a back to school program. If you're
programs throughout the year, I mean, especially right now, right before Christmas, I know that's always top of mind, but they have things running throughout the year.
Tell them the story of how we came across this. Did we adopt a family or was it?
I don't remember how we came across
just make up one then. No.
Well, I know that Michael Wong, we know him from the radio world, and that he moved over to be in the Laulima Giving Project, and we were just very open, and we're passionate about how passionate he is about this program.
Well, and we get it. This time of the year, you're getting the envelopes. You get the envelope with the penny in them or the dime in it. Hey, give back. And the stamps and the greeting cards, and you're just getting hammered from all kind of different directions. And I would tell you that, it just picks something. I would say, a lot of times we got a Mother Teresa. One of my favorite quotes from Mother Teresa said, "As everybody swept their front porch, we'd have a cleaner world." With the point of that is that, giving back and being altruistic starts in our own communities when we're not that you don't send money to faraway places where they might have a greater need, but it starts with our community. And what we like about this is that the money stays in our community and helps the people in our community. And when it's helpful for everybody, then everybody's more productive. And then, we as a community can give back to those other countries. So it's all trickle down and all interconnected. But what else do you know about the Laulima Giving Program, Adrian?
Well, there's stories, and that's one of the things that I find is the most it creates that connection because there's stories about the families, the kids, and just you understand a little bit more about who they are and who you're helping.
Here's the thing on their site: as a nonprofit, Laulima depends solely upon the kind and generous donations from the local business communities. It receives no other type of funding. I want to, what is the most popular radio station on the planet, Adrian?
With
WIFM, which stands for?
What's in it for me?
What's in it for me? I thought you was doing a sniff test or something with them. No, it stands for what's in it for me. And we know human nature, no matter how giving we are, we reciprocate. And we want to get something back in return. And speaking of someone that knows even more about the Laulima Giving Program, who's that, Adrian?
Well, that would be Michael Wong. And I just want to do a quick little intro on him. So he was an educator, coach, and athletic director, advertising sales, and now working for a local Christian Native Hawaiian nonprofit organization. He is currently the business development manager for the Laulima Giving Program, one of the many programs managed by Kekeʻoka'aina Family Learning Centers.
Kekeʻoka'aina.
Yes. Welcome, Michael.
Yeah. Welcome, Michael.
Welcome. Well, thank you so much. What a great introduction. I feel honored. I want to meet this person.
Hey, you know us.
Every day when you brush your teeth in the mirror, you meet him every morning.
Yeah.
So talk about this program. We before you came on, we were talking about, we've been involved with you guys for, a while now, not just like yesterday.
Thank you so much, Mahalo.
So we have our perceptions of it, and we feel that we talked about it, but I want to, what's the main mission of the Laulima Giving Program?
The main mission is to help people who are struggling.
Yeah.
As we look around in our environment here, we always find that there's people who struggle through things that happen in their lives that they didn't plan for: disease, accidents, spousal abuse, single parenting, loss of employment due to COVID, and there's a lot of need out there. And we're so blessed to have people like you, people like 7-Eleven Hawaii, different businesses come and just say, you know what, I want to help. And so it's been an amazing experience to watch the generosity of the local communities to help people that they may not even meet. In fact, this morning I just came from my school.
Yeah.
Every year they have a Laulima program assembly, and the children from kindergartens all the way up to 5th grade, they share, and we just loaded 2 vans filled with bags filled with toys, toiletries, wonderful things. So yes, the community comes together in such a powerful and dynamic.
And think about it, Michael. What are these kids learning at an early age in the formative years?
Exactly.
To give back. Give back.
That it's a blessing to give. Yes.
Yeah, and they appreciate what they have.
They're being taught.
The other thing I was going to...
I have... Go ahead.
I was going to say I do want to give a big shout out to 7-Eleven because I saw how big the check was, literally in size and number. It was a really large phone check, and we were able to take that into the bank. And did they cash it? Anyway,
in fact, they transferred it in about 2 days. All of a sudden, from their bank to our bank, boom,
Nice.
boom. And so, you people out there, you're like, even if you want Scrooge, you don't like give back. When you go 7-Eleven,
You're giving back.
Mm-hmm.
Get the deluxe spam musubi.
Right.
You're thinking like, I'm just gonna get the cheaper spam musubi. Get the deluxe because they're gonna take that profit.
That's right.
Exactly.
So Michael, with Christmas approaching very soon, what is the deadline to get gifts in or money? Like how soon will we need to get this?
Today at 5:00.
Yes, this in order for the families to be able to benefit in time for Christmas.
The easiest way, our Adopt a Family campaign wraps up this Thursday. And so people can right now, all of our families who've adopted, have all been adopted, and so we're real blessed for that. So people have brought their presents.
Oh, nice.
Families, and that's already going on right now. It ends on Thursday, this Thursday at 3:00. You can always donate to our program because, as you know, people struggle throughout the year, not just Christmas. If you go to our website, laulimagivingprogram.org /donate, you can definitely go through and donate there and receive a tax receipt for your donation. So grateful. Lots of needs and so many generous people.
And I see the buttons, $20, $40, $100. All of those buttons added up, 20, 40, 100. That's $160. That's what you spend to go to the movies with the refillable popcorn, the sodas, and all of that. Skip one of those times. Do something good for your health. Give back to the community and donate. Hit the other button. Make it 200.
Laulima means bringing many hands together to bless others.
Yes.
And so a $10, $20, whatever from support, we always are blessed to be able to bless other people. Who many times when we go to them and share what we can with them, they cry.
Yeah.
They think, I had no idea. Because local style is, I'm okay. I don't need help. I'll make it through.
I'll be all right.
But when they receive the goodness and the grace from people that they have never met before, I'm about to go down right now to our attorney's office to pick up. They had already donated to a family, and they called me and said, we'd like to donate $500 more. And I said, I'm on my way. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, and you know what? Here's the deal with it's for the business people out there. I think you have an obligation that is the more successful your business is, that I personally believe, and I know Adrian does it, you have an obligation to give back to your community, because it's the community that allowed you, that they voted for you with their dollars they're spending on your product or service, allowed you to be there, and so you got to give back. But putting that aside, just from a marketing standpoint, is called giving with a purpose, and or what they call beneficial. I forgot what it was. Or benefit marketing. This term was coined by the Tom Shoes people. And Adrian, what's the Tom Shoes thing?
Is if you buy a pair of shoes from Tom's, then they will donate a pair of shoes to someone in need. And because they have that for, or just remember, think of that, you play yogurt with the pink lids. What was that for? That was for breast cancer.
And those marketing things just really focus people's attention, because here's what they know in the studies. When consumers take a look at two businesses, products, or services side by side, and there's no discernible difference from the consumer standpoint, Adrian, which is the one they pick 98% of the time?
The one that's giving back to the community.
Bingo, bongo, bingo.
Yes, so give back to the Laulima Giving Program. Go to their website and donate now.
Donate now. Post it on your social media. Yeah.
And I'm glad that Michael mentioned right before the tax year ends, get your tax write-off and donate.
Yeah.
Do something good.
We love the state of Hawaii and Uncle Sam, but let's give some to the community.
Yes.
I cannot tell you how many people said that to me. I'd rather give to somebody in need than to Uncle Sam. I'm not going to write you down names. But yeah, thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
We also feel the same way, too.
Yeah.
I think we're on the same page.
And we're not Willie Nelson or Wesley Snipes. We're not like, hey, we ain't paying no taxes. No, we pay just the write-off.
So Michael, earlier while we were waiting for you to come on, we were mentioning that we felt like one of the differences that the Laulima program has is the stories that you guys provide, different stories from the children and the families, and that creates additional connection. So maybe you could share a story or two with our listeners.
Yes.
Of course. And if you want to see more of the vignettes that our media partner KHON does, you can go to KHON, the number 2, KHON2.com/Laulima. You'll see some of the vignettes that Kathy Maneno has produced for us, letting the whole state know of situations that are going on right now and people as they struggle. Most of the times you'll find people who are struggling with a loss of hope. They've given up. The COVID situation has just discouraged them to the nth degree, and they don't know what to do. They lose a job. They cannot work. They cannot make their ends meet. And these are people who are conscientious people. They take care of their family. And so because of that, we've been able to help and read about so many people who have gone through very tough times. And all they want, many of them, can I just have a present for my child?
Yeah.
Can I just have some socks and some slippers or some blankets for my kupuna? Those kind of things touch our hearts. As you know, when we collect donations, we don't ask for iPads or iPhones or anything like that. We want people that things that people really need, and those are, toys for the kids, obviously. In fact, next week I'm going to go to Kahala Hotel and Resort. They have given us 2 staycations at our telethon that we got to sell, and so like what we did with your donation of the cruise last year. Thank you so much for that, and also your cash donation too. Thank you to both of you.
We need to give them another cruise.
Yes.
I think we need to give you guys another cruise.
Another cruise.
You get a cruise.
We're going to offer this donation drive.
And so they're going to give us 75 presents that they collected internally.
Nice.
Joe Ibarra and his team there are just so kind to our program, and we're so blessed.
Yeah. And the thing to keep in mind, too, is that you guys do this program all year long. This is not a holiday thing. And people
all year long.
People need help all year long, so let's not forget. And
yes, they do.
Michael, what time of year is there the most need? Because I know this time of year is kind of top of mind, and then throughout the rest of the year, people are not necessarily thinking about it.
Yeah.
So when is it the most that you guys need?
That's a good question. Depending on, for example, the summer months of June and July, we're at the local Walmarts asking shoppers to help with school supply donations, because that's top of mind for the students coming up.
and Memi Akana, our executive director, feels that if the students don't have the correct supplies, they can't be successful.
Yes.
So our job is to help them, and also the teachers who many times reach for their own wallets if the school is not able to purchase, and so they want to take care of the kids. So we do that, and then we found that during the Christmas season tends to be a time when people really notice. Some people have said to us, "We didn't know we were poor because we just thought this is how it was." And
yeah, I always thought eating pancakes at the end of the month and sign in was just something we celebrated at my house.
It's at the end of the paycheck month, right? You're thinking, oh, wow, is this rice, shoyu, and ketchup? Wow, that sounds great.
Yeah, hey, Dad,
my friend.
How come this shoyu kind of watery? You're stretching them. But people can relate to that story. People are more. We call it having more month than money. We know that feeling. I personally felt it too. But we got about 2 minutes left on the show. Is there anything that you want to share? Any final thing that you want to share with our listener?
Yes.
Well, we just would like to ask people to go to our website. We had it redone.
Yeah.
This website is
nice.
Colorful. It's got new. We had a new person come on board. Her name is Mila.
Yeah.
And she has just taken this task on with pictures, videos.
Yeah.
And so Laulima Day, which is the 3rd, the telethon, which is the follow on the 6th. A lot of opportunities to give, but we just reach out and ask people if they can. We have people who will match them.
Yeah.
So it doubles their donation, and so we just if we just want to stay top of mind to remind the people that there's people out there who are hurting.
Yeah.
There's KK out there who are suffering,
Nice.
and if we can help them, that's what we'll do. And thanks to people like the Team Lally, just been so kind to us. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Feels good to give.
It does.
All right.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Michael, for coming back on the show.
Pleasure.
I'm sure we'll have you back again.
My pleasure.
All right.
My
Thanks,
pleasure.
Michael.
You guys are the best.
All right.
If I didn't love my job, I'd want to be a realtor with you.
All right. That's a 5-star review right
Yes,
there.
and you know what? We are hiring, so thank you for mentioning that. Thanks, Michael.
Thank you, Michael.
All right. Aloha. God bless you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right. Yeah. So we are looking for 10 agents to bring on, experienced, not experienced. You got to be licensed or all the way through the school, though. And we're going to be bringing those people on in the first
January.
January.
We're doing interviews. We're doing a interview marathon.
Interview marathon, and we're making the hiring process super short.
After interview.
Easy.
After interview.
We're going to put you in the hot seat. It's going to be like Survivor. And then every week we're going to see who we're going to vote off. No. We're not going to do Survivor like that. Well, maybe we will. No, we're not. No, maybe we will. Anyway.
All right. Well, thank you for listening, and thank you to our sponsors.
Jody and Derek of Pacific Rim Mortgage.
Bradley with Allstate Insurance.
Benji with Pillar to Post Home Inspections.
John with Kilauea Pest Control.
Duke with Hawaii Pacific Property Management.
Kyle with Impact Wealth Solutions.
Robinson, Fine Line Paint Works.
Chastity of American Floor and Home.
Jake with Skyta Construction, Roofing, and Solar.
Ryan with Zero Res Hawaii.
If you want to get a hold of any of our sponsors, just go to teamlally.com.
We also want to give a big thank you to Leah Rodriguez, our producer here in the studio. Make sure to tune in next week. We'll have an awesome guest talking about something that'll change your life.
Brother, this is the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the guaranteed
Sold program. If we can't sell your home at the agreed upon price and or time frame, we'll have it bought for cash.
Thanks and aloha.
The preceding program was sponsored by Team Lally.